And good evening, good afternoon, and good morning from wherever you are watching. Welcome to Slow Motion Broadcasting for the XSLR round number 4 from the world famous Eldora Speedway located in Rossburg, Ohio. It is the greatest dirt track in the world. And we have our best race of the night here with 410 sprint cars here on XSLR broadcasting by Slow Motion Broadcasting. I'm Adam Thompson. Joining me in the broadcast booth is Joshua Wilkie, who's also controlling the cameras and providing this amazing production tonight. And we are already underway in qualifying as we will follow along here with Jason Grider. Grider right now, he's just trying to make his name known. He has had a rough couple of races here at XSLR. As he will come across the line here. He's at a 13.4, but currently fastest with a quick time of 13.013 is Adam Thompson as we are approaching just less than 3 minutes to go here in qualifying. Now, why do they call this the greatest dirt track in the world? Well, they host events like the King's Royal with the World of Outlaws sprint cars. They've had 2 Eldora Millions in the last 3 years featuring super late models and 410 sprint cars, and the winner of that won over $1 million. They also host events like the World 100, the World Short Track Championship, and other events as well. Professional drivers like Kyle Larson made their name here at Eldora. Kyle Larson has won in 7 different classes around this famous track, all the way from non-wing sprint cars, midgets, to NASCAR trucks, modifieds, super late models, and sprint cars. So again, qualifying up for these guys is pretty much all over. This is the qualifying order as Jason Green right now sitting in the 3rd spot at 13.081. And you only get 2 laps in qualifying. So once you get those laps down, you're pretty much all said and done. These guys are just practicing some laps. Now, this is one of the fastest sprint car tracks in the world. Why is it so quick? Well, just look at the banking. This track is entirely banked around this half-mile butte, and it is one of the hardest tracks to conquer because your foot is completely to the floor all the time. Josh, I think we're going to be in for an exciting race, especially with the high banks of the Eldora Speedway.
Yeah, absolutely, Adam. It looks a lot different from last weekend, that's for sure, where we had such a small, tiny little circle to drive around, and we had a bit more drivers there. I'm a little bit surprised that we didn't get more drivers for Eldora being such a popular track, but with the banking and the size here, it looks like we're going to, the speeds will be a lot higher. We have a little bit more room to pass, a little more room to breathe out there, but I would imagine that the lines are going to start to tighten up near the end of the race here as well.
Oh, 100% that is going to happen. Of course, we'll do, looks like we'll have about 2 heat races, maybe less than that. Maybe we'll have 1 heat race. Only 10 drivers, 11 drivers, according to our live timing and scoring. So that is something to keep a watch out for. We'll see if Jimmy Howitt will get in there. So, again, our quick time here so far is Adam Thompson, the Wet Thompson, out there on pole position. A good time, though, a 13.013. Just a little bit faster than P2. So we do have 2 heat races. It looks like 2 heat races of 6. Let's take a look at our first heat race of the night in the lineup here. And the lineup looks like this. Your front row on the pole, it's the 244 of Adam Thompson, and on his outside, the 160 of Jason Green. Row number 2 on the inside, the number 85 of J Cam, and on the outside, it's the 215 of Michelle Lynn. Final starters in heat race number 1, the 552 of Jason Grider, and Jimmy Howitt will make up this first heat race. Again, 2 heat races, 8 laps on the board. And we are going to have some fun here at Eldora. It's the final race of Series 1 of the XSLR in the 410 Wings Sprint Car next week. Next week we head to Lucas Oil Pro 4 trucks. So change it up a little bit here. We're going to go dirt road racing, off-road racing, which should be a good time. So cars are out on track, 6 cars in the lineup. We'll have 5 in our second heat race.
Interesting here to get down to the trucks next week. I believe we're headed to Wild West Park on the first round, and I really like those trucks a bunch. That's gonna be it's gonna be a blast in these guys too, and hopefully we'll get a good field for that as well. Those things probably have these have 410. I think those trucks have upwards of 900 horsepower. So we're looking at a lot of horsepower and some jumps, and I think it's going to get pretty wild.
It will get wild, but we got a wild night of sprint car action here first, here on Slow Motion Broadcasting. As the pace truck lights are turned off, that pace truck will fall into the pits. It will. Adam Thompson controls the pace, and we are green here at Eldora Speedway. What a start there by Adam Thompson as Jake Ham will jump into second. Jason Green, not a great start of this heat race, falls back to third. Again, top 2 move into tonight's A feature automatically. Everybody else to the B main, where they will qualify themselves in order for the A feature. But Adam Thompson out there in front. And you can just see he is just calm, cool, and collected. Has a 0.6 of a second lead over Jake Ham. But Jake Ham is the one who is chasing him down in the championship. Back-to-back wins the last 2 weeks. Once at Kokomo, then at USA International. And right now, Adam Thompson just wanting to get on that pole position. Did not have a great heat race last week at Kokomo. And he is trying to redeem himself and take Series 1 here at XSLR. 5 laps current on the board out of the 8, and Jason Green trying to pick up the pace. Let's take a look at Michelle Lynn, who's riding that bottom side, which again is the fastest way around the track distance-wise, but will it become faster throughout the evening here? Adam Thompson still out in front, though, by almost a half a second. Jake Ham trying his best to chase him down. But that is going to be a real tough thing, especially on a long track and high-speed track like Eldora is. And you can see white flag is displayed one more time around here of the Big E. Adam Thompson has lost a little bit of ground, though, to Jake Ham. Jake Ham was able just to bring it in, but it's not going to be enough this time as Adam Thompson, he spins it, but he already crossed the checkered flag. Adam Thompson wins here in heat race number 1. Jake Ham second. They will move on automatically to the A feature. Jason Green in third. That is heat race number 1 all said and done. Heat race number 2 up next, and let's look at the lineup. Your front row on the pole is going to be the 821 of Tyler Brown, and on his outside, the 222 of Ethan Orr. Row number 2, the number 50 of Andy Kosick, and on his outside, the 29 of Joshua Sushi. Final starter in heat race number 2, the number 7 of Kevin Irwin. And that is heat race number 2. They'll head out on track. 5 race cars on track and 8 laps in heat race number 1, or heat race number 2. We already did number 1. So, but again, the Big E, they call this place can fit up to 22,000 people. One of the largest dirt tracks in the country. It's one that's on my bucket list. I've watched for the last 5 years since I've been into dirt track racing. I've watched every single race that has happened at Eldora. It always produces. It always produces an awesome race. Highly recommend it. You want to watch any race at Eldora, highly recommend it. Especially super late models. Super late models here are some of the best racing you will see in the world. It's better than Formula One. I'm saying that right now, and I'm probably going to get some heat for that, Josh.
Might get a little heat for that one, I think, but not from these guys. I don't think. You probably won't. And after the race the other night, but we got to start here. Let's get her going.
Green flag is up in the air, and right away, Tyler Brown out in front. Andy Kosick will get around Ethan Orr for the second spot here. Wants to transfer in, does not want to get into that B main later tonight, but Ethan Orr right on the back bumper of Andy Cossack. You can just see him there. They are nose to tail as they go down the back straight here. Lap number 2 here, about to close up. There we go, 2 in the books, 5 more to go here, and this is where it can get interesting. You can see Tyler Brown does get the fastest lap of this heat race, but you can see Cossack, he is just riding that low side, doing a great job keeping that gap. Now that gap has extended to 0.3 of a second between second and third, but a good run here by Ethan Orr. Ethan Orr is able to close the gap just a little bit, but then loses it through 3 and 4, and Cossack just getting away. So right now, Ethan Orr really strong through 1 and 2, not nearly as strong through 3 and 4. And the interesting part is there's not really much difference in the corners. The corners are the exact same width and length. It's just the way that the exits are built on turns 4, 2, and 4. And we'll get into that when we have a little bit of a break here in the action. But you can see Cossack just doing his best here, trying to hold off Ethan Orr on lap number 7, 6 in the books. Cossack getting a good run on that low side, but now he's under threat here. Ethan Orr trying to move to that high side. White flag in the air one more time around here for Tyler Brown. He will get the heat race win. He will automatically transfer. Cossack slides a little bit up the track. Will it be enough though for Ethan Orr? It will not. Ethan Orr will finish in third. He will go to the B main, but Tyler Brown will start second in tonight's A main. Cossack will start fourth, but Ethan Orr, Kevin Irwin, and Joshua Shushi will go into the B main and have to fight for that 5th position. Well, there we go. 2 heat races in the books, and we are going to get ready for our B main here. On the pole position in the B main, it's the 160 of Jason Green, and on his outside, the 222 of Ethan Orr. Michelle Lynn in the 215 will start third, and on her outside, it's the number 7 of Kevin Irwin. Row number 3 on the inside, it's the 552 of Jason Greider, and on the inside, the 29 of Joshua Sushi, and then Jimmy Howitt will round out this 7-car B main. So there we go. Well, this is it for everybody. This is your last chance to get everything tuned out, know what line you're going to run, and get ready for a feature. But you've got, if I'm the guys on the front row, I'm going to be battling for that 5th spot. You want to start on the inside at this track. Starting on the outside can have its consequences. So Pace Truck is out, and we are getting ready for 10 laps around Eldora Speedway here in the B main. This track, again, world famous Eldora. You'll hear me say that a lot. It is quite the track. And by the way, Tony Stewart does own this track. So add a little more tidbit of information. Cars all lined up here. Who is going to get the best start of the race here? Again, starting on pole does have its advantages. So Pace Truck will come in this time. Sprint 410 sprint cars will come out of turn number 4. Green flag, and away we go here. And Jason Green gets a great start there. Gets out in front immediately, and will lead the pack down the back straight, while Ethan Orr trying to get to the rear bumper there. But there's Michelle Lynn. She's trying to get to the front of this pack, and it's going to be Jason Green leading here on lap number 1. Ethan Orr in second, Michelle Lynn third. Michelle Lynn currently, she was not here last week, unfortunately. I think she would have had a great time at Kokomo, if I remember correctly there, Josh. But Jason Green leading here on lap 3, and he's got Ethan Orr putting down some pressure through 3 and 4. And you can just see he wants that fifth spot in the A feature badly. Now they're nose to tail as they go down the back straight. Jason Green moves up the track a little bit here. He's actually riding really about the middle of the track. So that cushion is not pushing up nearly as much as I would expect so far. You can see Ethan Orr trying to find any way around. If we can get on board of Ethan Orr, I would love that right now just to see what kind of a line he has taken here. But Ethan Orr right now, he is right there. You can see he's trying to just stay underneath the car. That's one thing about sprint car racing, dirt track racing in general. You do not follow the same line as the car in front of you because it can mess you up a lot. You know, these cars can get really tight. It can be very difficult to drive. So you want to find that clean air wherever you can find it. And you can see Ethan Orr right now. He just has the nose of his car just underneath Jason Green's car. And you can see Jason Green, he is trying everything he can just to stay in front of Ethan Orr, but it might not be enough. Here they come through 3 and 4 now. Jason Green just a 10th and a half in front of Ethan Orr. Ethan Orr, he was so close to transferring into the A main and starting in that 4th spot. Now he goes down to the low side. Side by side. Here they come through 1 and 2. Jason Green, he is under pressure here. They go down the back straight. Here they come. Jason Green will take the checkered flag. And Ethan Orr gave it everything he had to try and get that win in the B main, but it wasn't enough. And Jason Green will win. The B feature will start 5th in the A main tonight.
I think that might be the best. That might be the best race we've seen, I think, all season here, and that's from Jason Green and Ethan Orr as well, that I think are relatively new to these cars. So it looks like we're definitely improving here by the last round, and that was a pretty good battle.
Yeah. Very good battle. Now, real quickly, let's look at the point situation, Josh.
Yeah, let's see if we can't get those up.
And there we go. So Jake Ham leading the points right now with 101 points. Adam Thompson, who did not even finish on the podium last week at Kokomo, sitting with 77. Jason Green in 3rd with 64 points. Andy Kosick in the 4th spot with 48 points. So that's a battle to keep our eyes on. Ethan Orr currently with 45 points. So he is in the mix as well for a 3rd place finish here in series number 1 of the XSLR, or season number 9. Tyler Brown is sitting with 34 points, and then 30 points for Trenton Kramer, who is not here tonight. Michelle Lynn, she can pick up some massive points and move up the grid, sitting in 9th. And in the 10th spot is Stevie Ray, who is unfortunately not here tonight. Kevin Irwin in the 11th spot with 15 points. And then 15 points for for Jason Grider as well. Excuse me, Kevin Irwin has 21 points. Kevin Irwin and Jason Grider both, Jason Grider and Derek Folk with 15 points. So that is a look at the point situation as we are in our warm-up period here. Now, real quickly, bring up that information screen, Josh. I want to show everybody the track layout here. So, as you can see, the front straight has a little bit of a different exit than the back straight. It's much more straighter, but it is more banked. But then you look at the back straight, much more curved and everything. But the turns are both the same, right? So you're going to have a different entry than you would in 3 and 4. But you're going to have a different exit in 3 and 4 than you are in 1 and 2. That's what makes this track so challenging, is that you are going to have these different things, but it's all the way around the same length. So that again, that's one of the awesome characteristics about this track, why it's one of the best and one of the most challenging tracks in the country. When we basically, in the dirt world, we call this our Indianapolis Motor Speedway or our Daytona International Speedway. This track does not owe anybody anything. That's why you see guys, who you see a lot of drivers, especially when it comes to the crown jewel events like the World 100, why there's over 100 entries for that one race, because everybody wants to win here. As we're just getting
seems to make sense there for sure. This place looks really nice too, just comparatively from what I've seen this season. This place just looks really nice. It looks like it holds big events, and it looks like it can hold a lot of people and stuff as well. Pretty cool event, I think.
Yeah, they used to race NASCAR Truck Series here. They've raced the biggest late model races in the world, and of course 2 multiple $1 million to win races between super late models and sprint cars. They had the sprint car race last year here. Logan Schuchart taking the win. becoming a millionaire in just one race. That's an incredible feat, and it was
Wow.
a 50-lap race too. So he outran everybody. He was on it that night, and then of course we had the King's Royal immediately following. So here we go. Let's take a look at our feature lineup here tonight. Here front row on the pole, looking for a championship win in Series 1 here at XSLR is the 244 of Adam Thompson. On his outside, it's the 821 of Tyler Brown. Row 2, our championship leader starting in third, the 85 of J Cam and Andy Kosick in the number 50. Row number 3, Jason Green in the 160 car, and on his outside, the 222 of Ethan Orr. And row number 4, the 215 of Michelle Lynn and Kevin Irwin. Row 5, the 552 of Jason Greider, and on his outside, the 29 of Joshua Sushi. And rounding out the grid here, it's the number 37 of Jimmy Howitt. So there we go. 11 cars, 30 laps on the board. And this is where it all comes down to. It's the final race of Series 1 of Season 9 of the XSLR Series, before we switch up the cars and we head to Lucas Oil Pro 4 trucks. So this is going to be fun. I love this track. We're going to have a great time here. Put in chat, who do you want to win this race? Who are you rooting for tonight on YouTube? And again, thank you all so much for watching here tonight. Pace truck will fall off this time, and we will go racing here. All right, here we go. Pace truck is off, and here we go. Green flag in the air, and Adam Thompson will take that green flag with an almighty pace, as he has a great start. But going with him is Tyler Brown. Here they go through 3 and 4, riding that top side, and you can just see Adam Thompson. He wants this win. A win here tonight is absolutely huge for his championship bid, but it depends on where J Cam also finishes. He's currently in third, and we got one up in the air, and we have a caution. And that is Michelle Lynn, I think, back there. It is. She is without a top wing. She has gone completely wingless. So, non-wing sprint car. Let's see what happened here. She gets a little bit out of shape through 3 and 4, and then just absolutely murders Ethan Orr.
Murdered him. Good thing there was a fence there for sure.
911, I need to report a murder.
That was definitely a big one.
That was, and Ethan Orr was just an innocent bystander there. There was nothing he could have done about that. Oi, let's take a look at that one more time. She just gets out of shape through 3 and 4, and then just gets tight, drifts up the track, and goes for a wild ride. You know, you see that quite often at Eldora. You can see that a lot, actually. I've seen a late model flip on the low side. So, and late models don't flip very easily. So, doesn't surprise me we see a flip here early on here. And we are only on lap, I think we're going to be on lap 3. Our lap counter is kind of going crazy here, but it's, yeah, should be lap 3. We'll go back green on. And caution laps do not count. But that doesn't mean too much. So these guys are going to be double filed here in just a moment as we get everybody back in formation here. Michelle Lynn will go to the back of the pack. And we're still waiting on those guys. Of course, it is tow time for probably some of them. It's probably difficult to get into the pits here because you don't come into the pits unless you are coming in to repair your car. And there's Michelle Lynn, a freshly minted top wing. Now, in the actual dirt world, the rule is 2 minutes for the first half of the race, and then after that, there is no guaranteed time. So, Luckily, the guys at XSLR much kinder than professional sprint cars tours. So, but that's when you see the best of sprint car racing. You see guys from other crews and stuff. They will help get a damaged car repaired and back out on track. If it's a wing replacement, you'll see 8, 9, 10 guys helping out, and usually they're from 2 or 3 different teams, and that it's an amazing thing to watch. So everybody wants to get out racing. Everybody wants to see everybody finish. They hate seeing wrecked race cars because the amount of money that you pour into a sprint car. And here we go. We're going back green. Pace car is in. Green flag is up in the air, and away we go. And Jake Cam got a great restart there. Gets alongside Tyler Brown, who slides up the track, and Jake Cam will take that second spot away from Tyler Brown. But Adam Thompson, great restart there. I don't think everybody was quite ready for that restart, but here we go. Looking further back, Jimmy Howitt, he is riding the high side there, riding the wall of Eldora, and he moves up a spot. He moves into 6th and gets in front of Kevin Irwin. Now Ethan Orr, who is involved in that incident on that low side, trying to go alongside, tries to pull up the slide job, ends up not committing to the move, just stays low and actually cannot get by the number 7 of Kevin Irwin, who is running 7th right now. Everything's starting to spread out just a little bit now, but now you can see guys getting into that rhythm. Back out in front. Adam Thompson still leading, but being hounded by Jake Cam, who is our championship leader. If these two end up like this, Jake Cam would win Series 1 here at XSLR based on points. And right now, he might go for the win and go for the three-peat here and end the season on such a high. Tyler Brown, who is right up the rear end of Adam Thompson, hasn't quite found that pace. Oh, and we got Jason Green into the wall hard on the inside. While he got out of shape, could not get her back, ends up collecting it finally. No caution was brought out for that, and he is back on pace. That was quite the moment there for Jason Green there, Josh.
I'm surprised that he didn't lose his front wheel there. It looked like he actually had some damage. I'm surprised he is still out there and didn't pull it in. Perhaps my eyes were deceiving me, but it looked like he hurt one of the front wheels there on that impact. There he goes. He is in the pit right now, and oh, he's upside down on his lid and lost his wing. So it looks like, not sure that's going to bring a caution out. He's done the right thing here, but unfortunately Jason Green finding some bad luck out there.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. If you're in the pits, no caution will come out here as Adam Thompson almost takes a 1 second lead over Jake Cam. But Jake Cam, he's not going to go away lightly. I think once he figures out where the line to be is, and as you can see, most guys are running the top side here. You know, looking at Andy Kosick running about the middle of the track, doesn't get quite to the bottom. You can see he's got a little bit of space between him and the bottom side of the track, but that is absolutely okay. Now, Jason, and we got a caution. What has happened?
I think we may have lost Kevin Irwin here to an incident. Let's see if we can't figure out what has happened here. Looks like it might be all by himself and into the wall with a wheelie, some damage, and into the wall again. And the cheese car, well, not looking as good as it did a couple minutes ago.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Kevin Irwin. Did a nice, lifted that car up in the air. But just, the damage on the front tires again. Let's take a look at that one more time. You can see gets a little bit out of shape, goes for a wheelie along the front straight, and boom, boom, boom. That car is all said and done. The front axle definitely busted on that car, which is actually interesting. Fixing a front axle on a 410 sprint car is actually fairly easy. You see a lot of guys do it all the time. They just take one tire off, take the whole rod off, the whole axle part off, put a new one on, and out they go. They can do that in less than 2 minutes most of the time. So they just reattach the brake line and they get out there. So, and who is that? The 552 of Jason Grider also coming through the pit.
Must have taken a little damage there or something on that, going in to get a little repair by the looks of it.
So a little bit of chat. I want to read off a chat here. You make me want to find a dirt race to check out. I am in Indy in 2 or 3 weekends. So I'm not sure what they got going on, but if you are in Indianapolis, the actual Indianapolis Motor Speedway has a dirt track inside turn number 4. And we're going green here as Kevin Irwin comes on out from his repairs. And J Cam gets a great restart. He is right on the back bumper of Adam Thompson here. Gets a little bit into the wall, though. That's going to mess up his momentum. But who's right behind him? Jimmy Howitt is here to play tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You can see that he is right there. He is watching this battle for the lead, maybe hoping for something to happen. Now he'll go down to the middle of the track. Gets that air taken off his car, though, as he comes up the track a little bit. You can see Adam Thompson in full control, but again, it might not be enough to win the championship of Series 1 here in the 410 Sprint Cars of XSLR. But Adam Thompson doing everything he can to get the job done as we are approaching lap number 20 here, and we will have 11 laps to go. But you can see everybody just trying to figure it out, just trying to get by. Ooh, and Ethan Orr almost gets into the rear end there of Tyler Brown. Tyler Brown, who has had some good pace in the first part of this race, does not have it now. But now Ethan Orr doesn't get the move done. Now he sticks to the bottom side, slides up the track, gets that spot. Now he moves into the 4th spot. Now you can see there is quite a gap here, 1.9 seconds between 3rd and 4th, but Ethan Orr finally getting a little bit of redemption here. But back out in front, you can see Adam Thompson, J Cam trying to just find a way by Adam Thompson, but it's not going to quite happen. Now he moves down the track. He's going to put up the slide job. No, he doesn't. Can't quite commit to the move. Slide jobs on this track are incredibly difficult. Incredibly difficult here at Eldora, and he's actually lost all his momentum and is now fallen into the clutches of Jimmy Howe. We got a caution out on the speedway. It's Jimmy Grider, or excuse me, Jason Grider there, Jason Green. But Grider was, I think, the one. Yes, it was. Oh no, it was Tyler Brown. Oh,
Tyler
no.
Brown, yep. If we can't,
he's just trying to figure out a way to get that.
Got a few incident reports here from this one. Yeah, multiple contacts with the wall. Looks like some damage, and then just dealing with that damage, trying his very best not to take anybody with him, and unfortunately took Michelle with him.
Oh no. Well, she's had a rough night here at Eldora. Riding on board here with Michelle Lynn. And she's coming through and trying to find a way by. And again, these cars do not react on a dime. So, but that brings out another caution here. Adam Thompson will get a moment to cool off. J Cam will close that gap right back up. And we should be going green here in just a moment. Other tracks in Indy, Kokomo. It's also another track, but I'm not sure if they do weekly racing. But all you got to do is just search up dirt track races and find a local track that does weekly racing during the year. So this will be a single file restart this time. Now that we are less than 10 laps to go here, which for Adam Thompson, that's going to work to his advantage here. And we are green here for the final 6 laps of Series 1 of XSLR season number 9 here. And you can see Adam Thompson using that high side to his advantage, gets around Tyler Brown, who was a contender at one point. And oh my Lord, absolute carnage. We have another caution out on the speedway.
I believe that was some lap traffic there. Unfortunately, Tyler Brown Didn't look like that was intentional by any means, but just kind of struggling to get out of the way there and made contact with Jimmy Howitt. And that's going to bring us into another yellow here, but I would imagine Howitt's actually a little bit happy to see that, as it did break him up from the lead pack there.
Yeah, that was a big incident there. I don't know if we got a replay of that, but I think Tyler Brown spun his tire, slid up the track right in front of Howitt, and just nowhere to go here.
I think that might have been a little earlier. Let's see if we can't roll that back. Yeah, it looks like maybe we didn't catch. Oh, no, we might have it here. There we go. There we go. So it looks like, yeah, so I'll let you call it here.
So he just comes off of turn number 4, and the destruction of this place ends up just absolutely hammering him hard for Jimmy Howitt. And again, this is a track you will slide up the track. I bet he just spun the tires. That's all that happened.
Yeah, I think you're right. He was doing his best there to try to get out of the way, I think, and unfortunately, but it looks like pretty much no harm done here. We still have Howitt in the race. He's still in third. Didn't lose a position, so hopefully he can make that up here. We can get a 3-horse race for the end. Maybe even 4 here with Orr actually kind of getting the speed these days.
Yeah, he's been pretty quick here in this one. So Pace Truck will come in this time. We got 5 laps to go. Adam Thompson, your race leader. Jake Ham, the championship leader, in second. Green flag, and away we go here for the final 6 laps, 5 laps, really, or 4 laps. Our lap counter changed a little bit here, but we're underway. And Adam Thompson still leading the charge here. Jake Ham just about a half second behind. Jimmy Howitt in third. You can see Jake Ham is doing everything he can to try and get the job done here, get that second spot. But again, Jake Ham would have to pretty much DNF for Adam Thompson to even have a chance at the championship. It may not even happen here, as we are now approaching 2 laps to go, almost to the white flag. Adam Thompson, he'll take the white flag one more time around here in the final race of Series 1 of XSLR Season number 9. Adam Thompson doing everything. Here comes Jake Ham. He goes down to the low side. He slides up the track. Jake Ham, it's going to be a drag race to the line. It's going to be Adam Thompson who gets the win.
That was a close one.
That was an absolute close one. 28/100ths of a second separating the two at the line.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Them intersecting each other back and forth there, trying to kind of over each other, and it just didn't work out for him there, but so close for Jake Ham. He definitely made up a lot of ground on that last lap and almost took her home.
Almost. Very, very close. Wow. Take a look at that one more time here. Jake Ham pulls up the slide job nicely, but Adam Thompson was absolutely ready for it. Went back down the track for the crossover move and gets it done. Again, 28/100ths of a second. 0.028 separated those two at the line. But your season 9 of, well, I should say this, Series 1 of Season 9 of XSLR champion is going to go to Jake Ham. But our race winner tonight was Adam Thompson, as they're all just trying to get formed up for a picture, but that ain't going to happen.
Well, I think he was trying to get one there, and they're not playing ball with him here, I don't think.
No,
they're trying to wreck him before he gets the chance, and it looked like maybe he's broken something. No, we're still good. We're just going to burn it down.
Yep, just might as well. Sprint car drivers, they don't listen anyway, so that is a true fact. They don't like to listen. But wow, what a race there. We'll get an interview with our top 3, since we got quite a bit of time here, Josh. We'll see them into the waiting area. But your final running order: Adam Thompson wins tonight's feature. Jake Ham second, Jimmy Howitt in third, Ethan Orr in fourth, Andy Kosick in fifth, Joshua Sushi in sixth, Jason Greider will be your 7th place finisher. Michelle Lynn, a rough night for her, but she finishes in 8th. Kevin Irwin in 9th, Jason Green in 10th, and Tyler Brown, after having some great pace early in the night, will finish 11th. So we're getting everybody fixed up here. Wow, okay. Not sure what we're called this, but we're calling it something.
Well, it looks like they've finally decided to go back to the pits here. Let's see if we can't get a couple interviews. Looks like we have Adam Thompson and Jimmy Howlett and Jake Ham in here. Who would you like to talk to first?
Let's talk to our race winner of Adam Thompson here. Check, mic 1, 2. Can you hear us, Mr.
I got
Thompson?
You. I got you.
Well, you win the final race of series number 1 here of season 9 of XSLR. You dominated the night, but that sure came close at the end.
It did. I did not expect Jake to throw it in there, and he did. I mean, that was a very, very good slide job by Jake Ham, and I saw him coming. I was able to lift a little bit to get to the low line, but I'm kind of hoping or was wishing that the track wore in just a little bit more so you guys could see more of that, but it's good for me because Jake has won the last 2 races, so I'm not upset about it.
Yes. Unfortunately, you're not going to be champion after, for Series 1. Jake Ham will take the title for Series 1, but to end on a high here before we go to off-road racing, just talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously a great race for me tonight. First place, I'll take it. I will not be here next weekend. I'm going to be down in Phoenix, so good luck to all the drivers while I'm down in Phoenix. They're racing at my home track now up here in Reno, Nevada at Wild West, but it should be a good change, I think. I think everybody wants a bit of a change now. We can only do about 4 races in one series before people get sick of it, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun, a lot of good racing. I would say some clean racing. Things got a little bit wild tonight as the track slicked off, but doesn't it always?
Yes. It's the Big E. So it's an awesome track here. Talk about just this first series of season 9 of XSLR as a whole.
It's been interesting to say the least. A lot of the people that we've normally had in XSLR did not come back. Life happens for everybody. But we were able to get quite a few people from Ray Esports that came over as well. I mean, they, at this point, are rounding out about half of the field. So we're still able to hold around 11 or 12 cars, which is something for XSLR that hasn't been done for quite a few seasons now. So big shout out to all the people from Ray Esports, Michelle Lynn, Jason Green, Jason Grider, Brad Cathcart, who was not here tonight, Ethan Orr. I know I'm probably missing a couple people there, but also all the XSLR drivers that have been here forever. Jake Ham, Tyler Brown, Kevin Irwin, Andy Cosick, Jimmy Howlett. I mean, I really didn't need to mention Jimmy. He's kind of a piece of crap, but you're going to interview him here in just a minute. But no, it's been a blast, and I'm glad to have some new blood in here in XSLR, and it's going to turn out to be a very, very good championship, I think.
Yes, indeed. Well, congratulations on your win, and we'll hopefully see you in 2 weeks for Bark River with the Lucas Oil Pro 4 trucks.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Dry.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Wet. And that was Adam Thompson, the Wet Thompson, who our race winner tonight. He will come up short in the championship, and we'll talk to our actual championship winner of Series 1, Jake Ham. Jake, just want to make sure you can hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
First off, congratulations. You will be the Series 1 champion of the 410 Wing Sprint Cars, but you come up short tonight in this one. You don't get 3 wins in a row, but you were sure close to getting that one.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I forgot it was the last lap, and I thought I had another lap to get another run on him, and I didn't keep my car down far enough when I made that dive bomb in that last turn. And when he's like, oh, whatever, congrats to him, I was like, oh shoot, I thought we had one more lap. So, but hey, I'll take a second, and Series 1, I'll take it.
Yeah, back-to-back wins and a second place finish to round off series number 1. That we're watching that slide job right now on the broadcast that you pulled off. I mean, what a move there, Jake. Talk about, were you planning that, or was it just one of those things you wanted to just go?
I knew it was just going to happen. I knew it, no matter what, I was going to do it, see if it stuck anyway. But the last couple cautions, I was taking some time as we were going around those couple pacing laps, and was really focusing in on where it was slick, where there looked like there was some grip. And I knew that I could send it in there straight in. And then if I could just get it to hook right before start coming out of 4, I'd be all right. And I just slid it up probably about another 10 to 15 feet too far, because I knew Adam would get a run coming out and try to do the under. And that's where I just screwed up. I didn't take advantage of, if I would have kept it low, he probably would have had to back off a little bit. So, but I mean, it was a great run, tough track as it wore in, and happy with the finish.
Well, next week we are heading off-road racing in the Lucas Oil Pro 4 trucks, and that should be very interesting. No longer on an oval, now we're turning left and right. How excited are you for that next week?
I am not. I am not, but I wasn't excited for this series either. Dirt's not my thing. Those trucks are just a lot of bumping and banging, and I just have a heck of a time keeping it low RPMs to get good runs. And so I'm probably gonna have to put in a little bit more practice than what I did with these, and what I'll have to for the asphalts. But just gotta keep it. I gotta keep solid finishes. If I can keep it in the top 3, and be good point standing for the rest of the season.
Well, you say you're not a dirt guy, but you've won back-to-back races in a 410 sprint car, and you finished second here at one of the more challenging high-speed tracks on iRacing. So that may be changing, I think. I think you're becoming more and more of a dirt guy.
Yeah, it very well could be. Maybe it's one of those things that you learn a little bit, as you do something that you're not comfortable with, and you find a new shining light there. Who knows? We'll see what comes of it.
Anybody you want to thank before we kick you out of the booth?
Yeah, absolutely. Most importantly, love to go back, listen to the broadcast. Always fun to listen. Slow Motion Broadcasting, and then XSLR, Adam for hosting the league, giving us the opportunity, a platform to come in, have some fun, run with some peeps, make new friendships. And then obviously Mike Browning for my awesome paint scheme for the Black Sheep team that we run, and Burnouts for Bennett, and raising money and awareness for him. So thanks so much.
All right. Well, congratulations on the Series 1 championship, and we'll see you next week in Lucas Oil Pro 4 trucks.
Thanks, sir.
Jake Ham, our second place finisher here, and then we'll talk for the first time with Jimmy Howitt. Jimmy, just want to make sure you can hear me all right.
I got you.
Got me. Perfect. Third place finish tonight. This is the first time we actually get to talk to you here on Slow Motion Broadcasting. Just talk about racing here at Eldora tonight.
Yeah, hopefully you guys get to talk to me more often, but I highly doubt that because I'm not that good. But yeah, this is my favorite track and car in the game. So I figured, if I'm in heaven, might as well enjoy it.
For sure. 100% agree with you there. Third place, a podium finish tonight. But talk about just the first series here in the 410 sprint car as a whole.
It's been fun. I mean, Kokomo was hell on earth for me, but it wasn't that bad. I don't know. I love 410s. It's the reason I bought this game. And it's pretty fun, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I just want to do the 1987s and the asphalt ovals for some reason.
Well, those are coming up here in May. So, but next week we go off-road racing. Are you excited for that?
Yeah, are we running Crandon?
Yes, that is April 27th.
All right, then yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, congratulations on your third place finish, and we'll see you next week for Lucas Oil Pro 4 trucks.
I just wanted to say thank you guys for getting my last name right the first time you both tried.
Well, thank you. We try our best. So
everybody's gotten it wrong on the first attempt. You guys got it right, both of you. It's an
awesome.
I, not an A.
Well, that's awesome. Well, you have a good rest of your night, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. You two guys. Have a good one.
Jimmy Howitt, our third place finisher. Well, Josh, that was sure the first series here at XSLR. Very, very fun. Next week, we head to, like we've mentioned many times already, Lucas Oil Pro 4 Trucks, and our first stop is going to be Wild West Motorsport Park. So we're getting right to the narrow part of the off-roading section of iRacing, which should be great. And then we do Bark River the week after that, and then we'll take a break, and we won't be back till April 13th, where we'll go ahead to Atlanta Motor Speedway, then Crandon International Raceway after that. Now, what is coming up here on Slow Motion Broadcasting on Tuesdays at 9:10 p.m. Eastern? It's the American Muscle Series. And of course, big names like Matt Malone driving that. So I highly recommend tuning in for that. And those are always fun races to watch here on Slow Motion Broadcasting. Then Wednesdays, starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Ray Esports Club Racing League, racing multitudes of different categories. And then Sim Racer Group in the Formula Fords. Next up on Sundays, it's Weekend Warriors, starting at 2:20 p.m. Eastern on Saturdays. You can watch the Formula V action. Then the Formula Fords are on track on Sundays at 12:45 p.m. Eastern with Ray Esports Racing. And then immediately after that, we have the Spec Racer Ford Series at 2:45 p.m. Eastern. So you can catch all those broadcasts right here on Slow Motion Broadcasting. And then, of course, Sunday nights at 8:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the XSLR series, which is just what you watched tonight. If you enjoyed it, we hope you join us again here next Sunday for series number 2. And again, make sure you click that subscribe button and that like button. That helps us out here, helps the YouTube algorithm, and we hope you join us again very soon. Josh, good work again tonight on the camera work. I always enjoy working with you. And of course, we want to thank all you folks watching from home here on Slow Motion Broadcasting. For everyone here at SMB, my name is Adam Thompson, and we'll say good night, and we'll see you next time here on Slow Motion Broadcasting.